Get ready for an adrenaline rush. Okay, so welcome to our first Pechachka. The reason why I wanted to do one of these things is because I've seen some big names in ELT be doing Pechachkas, such as Jeremy Harmer, Ken Wilson, Luke Meddings, Shelley Terrell, and so on, and I thought they were fun, and I wanted to try one out myself. What is a Pechachka? Well, it comes from the idea of death by PowerPoint, where you sit there and watch a presenter read the bullets on their PowerPoint. And what happens is every presenter has 20 slides and 20 seconds on each slide, and they advance whether the presenter likes it or not. So I'm going to try to keep up with it, and maybe I will wait. So we have 4 Pechachkas today. One is me. I will be doing a year in the life of TESL Toronto. And then we have Chris Madden is going to talk about Japan. Margaret Hurley is going to talk about business English. And we're going to round it out with Tanya Iveson talking about using metaphors and owning your own metaphor. So where do we start? I think this format's really good to give you a little bit of background about TESL Toronto, things that I didn't know before I was an executive member, such as who are the people of TESL Toronto, what does it take to pull off a TESL Toronto event, and where did that awesome logo come from? And then I'm going to round it out with an interpretive dance. Our last year's TESL Toronto board, I'm going to name them for you really quick. Karen Campbell's on the top left, Karen Thompson, Cheryl Fretz, Ellen Servina, Sakua Joseph, me, Steve Allen, Patricia Golgowski, Aga Palalas, Jennifer Frutenthal, Joan, Mario Tumsalu, Nao Yamamoto, and Jennifer Harris. And as you can see, 3 of those people are leaving, and we've got 3 new people. We've got Chris Madden up at the top, we've got Arlene, and then Carolyn, of course, down at the bottom. And we'll encourage Joan Bartel to actually get a picture. And I will wait for the slide to go. It's almost done. So what do we do on the executive board? What roles do we have? We have a treasurer, of course. That person controls all of your money. So they pay all the bills. They pay the speakers of this conference, as a matter of fact. We have the affiliate representative, who is Karen. They represent TESL Toronto Concerns. And of course, a membership secretary who reports on how many members we have and whether it's gone up and down. We have a communications chair who oversees all things social media, emails, the blasts that you get from Constant Contact. We have a recording secretary who makes sure that we follow up on the action items. And we have event chairs like Ellen Servinas, who is the conference chair. And then, of course, we have the membership, right? So we have 1,558 of you, and we have about 6 members at large on any given executive board who represent different sectors, and they're there to support decisions and their sectors. So if you want to be part of our board, I really suggest that you apply so that you can have your say for your sector. So this brings me around to a little bit of history from the last year. You can see some conference photos from last year's conference. A couple of statistics about it. We had 230, roughly, participants, 11 exhibitors, 16 workshops, 2 sessions, and 1 resume clinic. And of course, May was the time that we decided to forego the fall conference. In June, July, and August, you may think that this is what we do. And we do. But we do have irregular meetings as well, where we talk about new initiatives for the coming fall, although we do tend to get a little bit of swimming and spa time in there as well. Those are actually my legs. You might recognize the new speaker series that we had in the fall. Some of you went to the September event with Shelley Terrell on her 30 Goals Challenge for Educators. And then in November, we had another speaker, Carolyn Samuel, talk about pronunciation improvement through music and so on. And then in the winter, we had 2 more speaker events. We try to vary them around the city so everyone has access. In January, it was with Fran Marshall, and we hope she's improving her health. And then that panel there is one person from each sector talking about employment opportunities in their different sectors, and that one was free. Now, how do we plan an event? Well, the first thing that we do is we consider the interest of you, the membership. So it's important that you fill out the feedback forms that we give you. As you can see, pronunciation was a top pick last year, and we responded to that with the November event with Carolyn And we will do that again. We also decide an operating budget. I've given you a couple of examples of how much things cost, just so you know. Venues typically go very cheap to very expensive, like at the conference here. Food, of course, March event was about $50. The conference, of course, is more like $5,000 for the food. And from that, we determine what the registration cost will be. We also talk to the staff, the people who are coordinating the event, such as the catering, to make sure that we have appropriate food for everyone. Sometimes we buy it and bring it ourselves. And of course, we talk to venue staff and scout out different venues, like this one, for an upcoming conference. Then the day of the event is crazy. Some of us are here 2 hours before the event. Ellen was here at 7:30 this morning, and I was here shortly after that. And we're putting up fires left and right. We try to make sure that the registration's all right, exhibitors are okay, food's ready, doors are unlocked, and technology does not fail. But it did today. And that brings us to today. A little comparison of last year's conference and this year's conference. You can see that we have been growing, and we will continue to try to manage new ways to help more of the membership come to this conference. As you know, we have 1,300 people that didn't come. So finally, I want to talk to you quickly about our logo. I asked on Facebook, what does our logo mean? Nobody got it right. They represent our 4 sectors, which are Link, Settlement, College EAP, Private Language Schools, and School Board, ESL. They're call-outs, so they represent discussion and collaboration between the different sectors in the board. And of course, we've been around for 4 decades, so there's 4 of them. And I'm leaving you now with the Inuit-inspired interpretive dance I promised right off the beginning, photo only. So thank you very much, and I will welcome Chris Madden up next.
Well done. Very well done.